Death is one of the greatest mysteries of humanity, a question we are always trying to explain. So what really happens when we die? Where will the soul go? The Garuda Purana, one of the greatest works of Indian culture, not only explores these questions, but also reveals profound secrets about life, death, and the journey of the soul after death. This is not just a religious book, it is also a treasure trove of knowledge containing prophecies, descriptions of death, and mystical realms that humanity has yet to fully understand. The truth behind.
The Garuda Purana is one of the 18 great Puranas of India, offering insights into the universe, divinity, and unsolved mysteries. Believed to be narrated by Garuda, the divine bird companion of Lord Vishnu. This book not only helps us understand the gods, but also contains stories about death, the soul, and supernatural realms. What truly happens after death? Is there another world beyond this material one? The Garuda Purana provides detailed answers to these questions and describes the journey of the soul after it leaves the body. This book not only tells ancient stories but also explores lessons on karma, life and death, and liberation. In particular, the second part of the Garuda Purana will make you reflect on how we live and act in this life. Our actions and karma from past lives will influence our existence after death and determine the path the soul must take. Can we escape the cycle of reincarnation and achieve liberation? Let's explore the 7 mysterious truths behind the Garuda Purana. Things you've never heard of that might change the way you perceive life, death, and the supernatural world. You will be astonished by the secrets revealed in this book. From prophecies about the future to religious rituals that help the soul find peace. This book will take you on a journey of unexpected discoveries, where mysteries yet to be solved will gradually be uncovered. The Garuda Purana, one of the prominent works in the collection of 18 great Puranas of Indian culture, is not just a book, but a treasure trove containing profound mysteries about the universe, divinity, and supernatural realities. Have you ever wondered if there's something behind these seemingly mythical stories? Let's explore the wonders the Garuda Purana offers. From the history of the universe to prophecies about death and reincarnation. When we mention the Puranas, you might imagine ancient stories about gods, the universe, and mythical secrets. The Garuda Purana is one of the most representative works among them. But what makes this book so special? It's not just a religious text. It also raises questions about life, death, and the supernatural laws that humanity is still seeking answers to. Why has the Garuda Purana had such a profound influence on Indian religion and philosophy for thousands of years? The Garuda Purana is not merely a recounting of gods or historical stories. It is believed to have been narrated by Garuda, the mighty and colossal divine bird, companion of Lord Vishnu. Written in ancient Sanskrit, this book offers a comprehensive view of the universe, world history, and supernatural events. However, the most fascinating part is the second section of the book, where the mysteries of death and the soul are unveiled. This section provides detailed insights into life after death, the journey of the soul, and the challenges each person faces upon leaving the physical body. What truly happens after death? Is there another life beyond this material world? The Garuda Purana offers answers to these questions with extremely specific details about life after death. It describes the journey of the soul, its passage through different realms, and the evaluations the soul faces based on actions from previous lives. These stories are not only descriptions of death, but also profound lessons about reincarnation and liberation from the cycle of life and death. The second part of the book makes many people reflect on their actions in the present life. It is not just about contemplation of the afterlife, but also valuable advice on how to live in a way that leads to liberation, escaping the imprisonment of karma. The prophecies in the Garuda Purana may prompt you to reconsider your life and aim for a better future, not just for yourself, but also for society. The Garuda Purana is not only a precious literary work, but also a religious text with profound influence on Hindu culture. Have you ever wondered why topics like life and death, karma, and liberation are central themes in Hinduism? And what role does the Garuda Purana play in clarifying these concepts? Let's explore this work to gain a deeper understanding of the religious values it contains. The Garuda Purana is not merely an ancient book of mythology. It is also an indispensable part of understanding Hindu religion. Did you know that this book helps explain one of the biggest questions in Hinduism? How humans can escape the cycle of reincarnation and attain liberation, moksha. This is the key to better understanding life and death, karma, and how actions from past lives affect the future. In the Garuda Purana, the divine bird Garuda is not just a mythological character, but also a powerful symbol of liberation. Garuda, a mighty and soaring being, represents the ideal human figure, one who can transcend all worldly attachments to reach ultimate freedom. This is the ideal in Hinduism, a person who not only lives righteously, but can also free the soul from the bonds of karma and the cycle of life and death. The Garuda Purana not only offers lessons on how to live righteously, but also guides the path to achieving moksha, liberation from the cycle of reincarnation. It provides details about karma and the consequences of actions in life, helping readers draw important lessons about creating a virtuous, pure life directed toward enlightenment. In addition to discussing Lord Vishnu, the Garuda Purana also illuminates the connections between other deities like Shiva, Brahma, and other gods in the Puranas, helping readers understand the interconnectedness of divine elements and the universe. Death has always been one of the most mysterious and intriguing topics in any culture. In the Garuda Purana, the sacred book of Indian culture, death is not simply the end of life, but a journey full of mysteries that few know about. Have you ever wondered where the soul goes after a person dies? what happens in the final moments and beyond. Let's explore the wonders that the Garuda Purana reveals about death and the soul. The Garuda Purana provides an insightful look into death that few dare to think about. It is not just a simple description of funeral rituals. This book presents shocking information about the journey of the soul after it leaves the physical body. You will explore the mystical realms that the soul must pass through, from dark regions to noble realms, where each soul must face judgment for the actions it performed throughout its life. The Garuda Purana not only presents traditional funeral rites, but also offers a detailed description of the soul's separation from the body and the journey it must undertake to reach other realms. Where will the soul go? Will it face challenges or encounter divine beings who pass judgment? Or are there realms where the soul can achieve liberation, overcoming suffering and the cycle of life and death? These questions are answered within the book itself. The secrets about the soul's journey in the Garuda Purana make each of us reflect on our own life. How do our actions in this life influence reincarnation and the soul's destiny? Is liberation just a concept, or is it something that can truly be attained? The Garuda Purana provides answers to these questions, which is why this book is not only religiously intriguing, but can also change the way you perceive life and death. In the Garuda Purana, death is not only viewed as the end of a person's life, but also as an important transition for the soul into a new journey. Unlike many other cultures, death in Hindu culture is not simply an ending, but a process full of rituals, with profound meanings not only for the deceased, but also for the living. This book is not just a treasure trove of knowledge about metaphysical matters, but also a detailed guide to religious rituals, especially those related to death and the liberation of the soul. These rituals play a crucial role in helping the soul overcome challenges after leaving the world and finding peace. First, we must mention the cremation ritual, one of the most important and distinctive rites in Hindu culture after a loved one passes away. According to the Garuda Purana, cremation is not merely a way to handle the body, but carries profound spiritual significance. Fire is considered a pure element, capable of destroying all worldly attachments and helping the soul of the deceased free itself from the bondage of the body, entering another realm. The fire in this ritual not only burns the physical body, but also purifies the soul, helping it release earthly desires and opening the path for the soul to journey toward the eternal. Next, in the Garuda Purana, funeral rites and prayers for the departed soul are considered important means to help the soul attain liberation. After death, the soul must face many challenges, such as judgments from divine beings or traps from lower realms. Therefore, these rituals are not only acts of remembrance, but also ways to help the soul achieve liberation, avoiding suffering and torment. The prayers of loved ones can help the departed soul overcome these challenges, find peace, and avoid the punishment of karma that can only occur if the soul is not redeemed. In these rituals, chanting, offerings, and purification rites are essential elements. The Garuda Purana clearly describes the steps of performing these rituals, from preparing the offerings to the way of chanting, all with the ultimate goal of helping the soul achieve liberation. The offerings are seen as a means for the family of the deceased to atone for bad karma, giving the soul an opportunity to transform and attain liberation. The chanting in the rituals also plays an important role in creating a sacred space, helping to pray for the soul's peace. Also, in the Garuda Purana, there is a particularly important aspect that not everyone is fully aware of: helping the soul avoid torment in lower realms. In Hindu belief, there is a deep conviction that if the soul is not properly liberated, it may fall into lower realms where it must endure ultimate suffering. This is why the rituals of prayer and offering are so important. They are not only acts of gratitude, but also serve as a means of protecting the soul from dreadful fates. These actions help purify bad karma and give the soul a chance to reincarnate into a better form in the next life, or to attain liberation from the cycle of birth and death. The Garuda Purana also provides detailed guidance on performing rituals at different times after death. The ideal time to perform these rites is within the first few days after death, as the soul is still close to the physical body and more receptive to prayers. These rituals take place not only at home, but also at temples, where the soul is remembered and prayers are offered to the deities for protection. This system of rituals highlights the importance of belief and faith in Hindu culture regarding life and death, where death is not an end, but merely a transition, a step into a new journey. Thus, the Garuda Purana not only provides us with a view of life and death philosophy in Hindu culture, but also serves as a detailed guide to the rituals related to death. These rituals, from cremation, prayers to offerings, all carry deep spiritual significance, helping the living remember and also creating conditions for the soul to attain liberation. It is a series of actions that reflect respect, love, and deep care for the deceased, opening up an opportunity for the soul to find peace and continue its journey toward the eternal realm. In addition to exploring religious elements and death, the Garuda Purana opens a mysterious door to the spiritual world, where profound concepts about life, death, and the core values that every individual should understand and apply are found. In this book, 3 prominent concepts are discussed: karma, action or deeds; dharma, righteousness or duty; and moksha, liberation. These elements not only reflect universal laws, but also directly influence our actions, thoughts, and life direction. First, karma, or actions, is considered one of the most powerful forces governing each person's life. According to the Garuda Purana, every action we take, whether good or bad, creates a kind of karmic debt that we will face in the future. Benevolent actions will lead to positive results, while wrongful actions will result in suffering. Because of this, the book advises us to always think and act with morality, as each decision, no matter how small, can profoundly affect our lives, not only in this lifetime, but also in future incarnations. Next, Dharma, or righteousness, is the concept that guides us on how to live correctly according to the moral principles of society and the universe. Dharma is not just societal rules, but also harmony with the cosmic nature and natural laws. In the Garuda Purana, Dharma is understood not only as acting righteously in everyday life, but also as pursuing the path of truth, abandoning selfish desires, and living for the greater good of the community. The book shows that only when we live according to Dharma, act correctly, and serve as role models in society, can we break free from the chains of karma and achieve inner peace. The third concept is moksha, liberation from the cycle of samsara, one of the noblest goals that the Garuda Purana directs us towards. Moksha is not a physical destination, but complete freedom from the bonds of birth, death, and karma. In Hinduism, the cycle of samsara is an endless loop of death and rebirth, and liberation from this cycle is considered the ideal state that every soul seeks to achieve. The Garuda Purana emphasizes that the path to moksha is not easy. It requires one to overcome severe trials, live righteously, act kindly, accumulate virtue, and ultimately reach enlightenment. The important thing is that the Garuda Purana is not just a book of moral teachings or religious doctrine. It is a spiritual guide encouraging individuals to live consciously, understand their actions, and recognize their impact on themselves and the world around them. The concepts of karma, dharma, and moksha are not mere theories, but practical values that can be applied in everyday life. They teach us that life has profound meaning, and how we live today will determine our future, not just in this life, but also in future incarnations. The Garuda Purana suggests that if we live with strong ethical values, act responsibly, and think positively, not only will we help ourselves achieve liberation, but we will also contribute to creating a better world. This is how we can transcend the cycle of samsara, find inner peace, and ultimately attain moksha, the complete liberation from all worldly suffering and pain. The Garuda Purana is not only a treasure trove of knowledge about religion and cosmology, but it also contains profound prophecies and serious warnings for humanity. These prophecies not only predict significant events in the future, but also serve as stark reminders of the consequences we may face if we fail to live righteously and adhere to basic moral principles. One of the most notable prophecies in the Garuda Purana concerns the collapse of civilizations. The book predicts that even the most powerful civilizations, no matter how advanced they become, will ultimately face decline if they do not follow the principles of righteousness and the natural laws. These civilizations may be destroyed by supernatural forces, natural disasters, or the moral decay of humanity. This serves as a wake-up call to modern societies, where technology and progress often obscure the importance of spiritual and ethical values. In addition to prophecies about the downfall of civilizations, the Garuda Purana describes other supernatural events that may occur in the future. Changes in the universe and society that are beyond our current imagination. The book foresees major wars, the emergence of mystical phenomena, and transformations in the structure of the world that only those with high spiritual wisdom will be able to understand and prepare for. However, these prophecies are not merely forecasts of the future. They carry an essential message. If humanity does not adhere to ethical principles and does not lead a righteous life, it will face dire consequences. The Garuda Purana emphasizes that prosperity, peace, and well-being can only exist when people live correctly, respect the universal values, and uphold righteousness. When humanity begins to disregard ethics, abuse power, and harm nature, these warnings will inevitably become reality. Thus, the Garuda Purana serves not only as a spiritual guide, but also as a prophetic text urging humanity to reflect on its actions, to live in harmony with natural and cosmic laws, and to avoid the inevitable calamities that may arise from moral negligence. Therefore, the Garuda Purana is not just a religious text, but also a tool to help individuals reflect on their actions in the present. The prophecies in the book are profound lessons about self-awareness, emphasizing the responsibility each person has toward the community and the world. They do not simply predict the future, but also provide vital life lessons, reminding humanity of the importance of maintaining ethical values, respecting nature, and aligning with the cosmic laws. The prophecies and warnings in the Garuda Purana serve as significant signals of the world's impending changes, but they also act as strong reminders about living a life worthy of moral values, not only for oneself, but for all of humanity. Only by heeding these warnings and living righteously can we avoid disasters and work towards creating a peaceful, prosperous, and sustainable world. The Garuda Purana, one of the classic works of Indian culture, has had a profound influence on the spiritual and religious life of humans for centuries. However, like many ancient texts, this book has also faced skepticism and controversy. While it is considered a valuable source of knowledge for understanding the universe, life, and death, the Garuda Purana is met with opposing viewpoints, especially in the context of modern science. Many people believe that the stories and teachings in the book are mere myths, supernatural images that cannot be proven by scientific methods. Some scholars and researchers regard the Garuda Purana as part of the folklore tradition, stories passed down through generations, rich in mythology and imagination. The descriptions of death, the soul, and supernatural realms in the book are considered unverified and therefore cannot be regarded as scientific evidence. The mysterious phenomena mentioned in the Garuda Purana, such as the soul's journeys through different realms or supernatural events that have never occurred in the real world, are often viewed as mythical tales with no factual basis. However, for those who believe in ancient teachings and the invisible laws of the universe, the Garuda Purana still holds a special place. These individuals believe that the book is not just a collection of stories, but a document that conveys profound truths about the functioning of the universe and life. From this perspective, the teachings in the Garuda Purana are valuable warnings and guidelines for living a righteous life, adhering to eternal moral principles, and helping individuals achieve liberation from the cycle of reincarnation. In Indian culture, the teachings of karma, action, dharma, duty, and moksha, liberation, are still regarded as essential life principles. And the Garuda Purana is one of the texts that illustrates these concepts. Additionally, the Garuda Purana is also considered a useful guide in explaining supernatural phenomena that modern science has yet to explain. The perspectives on the soul, karma, and reincarnation in this book help individuals gain a deeper understanding of the nature of life and death, expanding awareness of laws that not everyone can see. Although these teachings cannot be proven scientifically, the spiritual values and lessons in the Garuda Purana can still bring peace and guidance to those seeking a profound understanding of the universe and themselves. In conclusion, the truth behind the Garuda Purana depends on each individual's perspective and beliefs. For those seeking insight into the supernatural and spiritual realms, the book remains a valuable source, containing mysteries that have yet to be explained. For those who adhere to a scientific viewpoint, the Garuda Purana may simply be part of mythical stories without empirical evidence. However, the important thing is that this book continues to play a crucial role in preserving and transmitting the religious, cultural, and spiritual values of Indian civilization for thousands of years. The Garuda Purana, a monumental work in Indian culture, is not only a treasure trove of religious knowledge, but also unveils profound mysteries about life, death, and the universe that we have yet to fully comprehend. This book helps us gain a deeper understanding of the soul's journey after death, miraculous prophecies, and supernatural secrets that humanity has sought for thousands of years. The great question, what happens when we die, has always been an unending curiosity for humankind. And the Garuda Purana is one of the key sources to seek answers to this question. So, how will the revelations in this book change the way we perceive life and death? Can it help us change our actions in the present life to achieve liberation? The mysteries in the Garuda Purana continue to captivate the exploration of millions of people worldwide, and perhaps you too will find answers to the great questions of existence, death, and the path to enlightenment. Let's continue the journey of uncovering the secrets behind the Garuda Purana in this video. If you're curious about the wonders this book offers, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel to explore more fascinating truths about life and the universe.